Hello, and welcome back to yet another fabulous episode of our talk show with experts. Manato mana immigration expert Rahul Reddy garu. Rahul garu, thank you so much for being on the show today, Andy.
Thanks for inviting me, Garu.
All right, call our expert Rahul garu on 1-833-882-8872. The number again is 1-833-882-8872. Watch us on Yup TV, Facebook, YouTube, Sling TV, World BB TV, and Dish Network. All right, hold on for 1 second, please. Welcome back to yet another fabulous episode of our... Sorry, Andy. Sorry for that technical snag over there. But let's get back to our topic for today. So this is, I think, one question that a lot of people here have. How to start a business in the US as a non-immigrant? Can we do that in the first place? How do we do that? So what kind of domains should we avoid, or what are some of the preferred ones? And also, if we can talk about a little bit about setting up a business and, self-sponsoring also, just touch upon that. That'll be great, sir.
Okay, first thing, let's differentiate between owning a business and starting a business.
Great. Okay.
Anybody can own a business in United States. Absolutely no restrictions to it. Owning a business. Even आपके बुआ जो गांव में है मंगम्मा, even that मंगम्मा तुंदे कदा मनूरला आमे कूड़ा, she can also own the business. Owning the business is owning the shares of the business. That means that they are not running the business; they are just owning the business. Okay. So typically, people invest in 401k plan in the United States. That means that they're owning businesses. That means that they're owning 500 companies though, at the same time when they buy the S&P 500, for example. So there is no restriction, none whatsoever at all, for you to own the business. Anybody from India, anybody from H1B, anybody can. So in the same way, people can own businesses, real estate businesses, restaurants, consulting companies. They can own the businesses. Now, when it coming to the running the business, which is actually starting the business, though, there is a restriction. There is a restriction. You must have a work permit to run the business, run the show. Being a director of the company, being a president of the company, CEO of the company, being an assistant of the company, being a recruiter of the company, you must have a work permit. For example, L2 people, L2 spouses, they do have a work permit. Automatically, they can work. H4 EAD people, they can work. Absolutely not a problem. Adjustment of status EAD dependents, they can do it. Absolutely not a problem. The main applicant of the adjustment of status EAD can do it as a side business of the main business. They can do it. But when it comes to the H1Bs and L1s, if let's say, for example, a person's L1 is with Infosys, they can't just run a business show on the side and be a CEO of a company because he doesn't have the work permit. He cannot be the director of another company, though. He cannot be the recruiter of the other company, though. That is not allowed on L1 visa, and same is with the H1B, though. Now, as I said, owning is different, running the business is different. Now, you asked a very interesting question, Nitya Garu, that, how self-sponsorship is allowed. Technically, there are limitations for self-sponsorship, especially on a H1B. Right now, there are limitations. They can have a board of people. I mean, you can own 100% of the business. You can constitute a board where the board can have an authority to hire and not fire you. They have authority. And then, then you can have them file a H1B for you. There are ways to do it, absolutely, for self-sponsorship. That is right now. That the new regulations of the USCIS, which they published it recently, though, they're making the job very, very easy for the people. What they're telling is that typically for CEO, you may not have an MBA degree, and it may not require an MBA degree for a director or certain other titles, though. What they're giving it is that as long as you're 50% of the duties, let's say, for example, you're a software engineer, as long as you're 50% of the duties are yours, and the rest of the 50%, you're going to be a CEO of the company also. They are 51% is software and 49% is CEO of the company. They are fine with it. So these regulations are making it much more easier for people to own businesses going forward. Most probably that will become effective I'm expecting somewhere in March of 2024. This is for H1B I'm speaking. When it comes to the L1, Nitya Garu, this has been historically there. It's nothing new. Let's say, for example, if one particular guy owns a restaurant in India. Let's say he owns a very good restaurant that has about 50 employees working there in India. And he wants to establish a business in United States. It doesn't have to be in the restaurant itself. It can be any business. It can be a motel. So it can be like a Holiday Inn, or something which may not have a big restaurant in there.
Right.
They can own it. On L1, a person can establish a business here and then transfer himself from Indian company to here on an L1A visa. He can do that. That's been historically. And especially for Indians, underutilize this particular L visa for these purposes, though. Not many business people from India come here and establish businesses here, but they do encourage people doing that, though. So in L1, they can self-sponsorship is allowed here. They can sponsor themselves, not an issue. And L1, H1 also, there are some limitations. L1 also, there are some limitations, but there are ways to get around those things. Where companies can sponsor, let's say I'm the 100% owner of the company here. I own a Holiday Inn. Can I get the L1? Absolutely, you can.
Yes.
In certain situations where H1B guy sponsoring for him as a H1B, there are some restrictions for filing a perm. There are a lot of restrictions. Perm and I-140, there are a lot of restrictions. But when it comes to the EB1C green card, though, the restrictions are very minimal, if not none at all. And they can sponsor themselves as an EB1C also. So those are the things that are available. You just need to work with the immigration lawyers to get over those things. Now, for a H4EAD, L2s, you don't need any non-restrictions. They can do anything. But when it comes to the H1B, L1s, owning and starting and running a business, there are restrictions, but there are ways around legally where people can do the business on H1Bs and L1s.
So Rahul Garu, if these people want to reach out to you, how can they do that?
They can contact me at www.rnlawgroup.com. My schedule is available there. They can block any time that suits their need, and then they can block a time.
Awesome. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, sir. Sir, any particular domains to avoid when setting up a business?
None. I mean, anything is fine. Hospital is fine. Microsoft is fine. Google is fine. Anything is fine. The only thing that I can tell where people should not do is called marijuana, because I know that in the States they say marijuana business is legal. No, don't enter into that. Other than that, I don't see any issues at all. I don't see anything. People can own pharmacies. People can own any kind of businesses. That's fine. Restaurants, consulting companies.
Okay, great. One other question I had was, if, say, I'm a student who's on an F1 visa, can I set up a company and run it? Or can I at least set up a company?
You can own the company. You can own the company, but you cannot run the company.
Got it. So similar to the H1 that you're
Very similar to the H1B. That's right.
Okay. But you can still be a student and set up a company here, though.
Own the company. Setting up is different. Setting up involves you to work.
Okay, setting up, you're talking about in terms of operations, right?
That's right. Let's say, for example, I'm setting up a restaurant. So I have to sign a lease agreement. I have to hire people. I have to buy equipment. I have to advertise. I have to do a lot of steps to start a business. That is not allowed. But for example, if your uncle is starting a restaurant and he says, hey, Srinivas, can you invest some money into this one? You can.
Okay.
If your uncle is operating the entire operation, you're just an investor. You're putting 50,000 out there, and you are getting, let's say, 20% share in. You can get a share certificate for 20%. You can get the profits from that restaurant. You have to pay the taxes for it. That's a different issue. But yeah, you can get the share certificate, and you can own and get the profits from those companies.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for that clarification, Andy. Rahul Garu, anything else you'd like to add to this at this point?
No, we can proceed with the questions.
All right. On this note, let's take our first caller for the day. Perfect. Caller with number ending in 0735. 0735, we're ready for you now. Hello?
Okay.
Hello? Caller with number ending in 0735. Hello, sir?
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh yeah. Hi, ma'am. Thank you for calling. Please go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Yes. Hello, sir. I am working on L2S EAD. So I don't have an EAD. I just have a I94 EAD. And I want to check. My L2 EAD is ending on July next year. But I also have a GC EAD in processing, which I'm expecting to get in the next few months. So I wanted to check with you if I can shift to GC EAD once I get it. Because by then our L2 extension will be in process. So once the extension is completed, I can come back to L2 status.
You can. Absolutely, you can. You can use the L2.
Okay,
you can
so
use the
basically for
adjustment
only
of credit.
Okay, for the 5 months I can go. Once I go to India, if I stamp and come back, I can come back to L2 EAD, is it?
Absolutely, you can. Absolutely, you can.
Okay, okay.
But let me, if
Yeah,
your husband is sponsoring the L extension though, is he going to include you L2 also? He's not going to include L2.
We are planning to include because his company.
So why would
to,
I mean you will when he gets the extension, you will automatically get the extension of L2 that will allow you to work after July also on L2.
But till the extension is applied and approved, I cannot work, right?
Approved, you cannot work. That's right. On L2 you cannot, but that's fine.
So,
You can continue working on adjustment of status EAD, and then you can go and get the stamping. That's fine, ma'am. You're fine.
that is fine, right? Basically, I'm trying to continue the work.
But why you don't even have to go to, if you get the L2 approval though, technically speaking about, and you get an I94, you don't have to go for stamping. If you have an advance parole which is approved, you don't have to go for stamping.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
But this company wants to continue using the immigrant visa till we can.
Even if they want to continue using the non-immigrant visa, you have the I-94 of the L2. You go to India, you come back in advance parole. Your L2 is still valid.
Okay.
We'll go to the next call.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for calling, Andy.
Nithya garu, why am I not encouraging this lady to go for stamping? Is that she already doesn't need the stamping. It's like, why do you need to keep your head in the lion's mouth and see if it's going to bite it? So she already has the advance parole to come. If she has an advance parole to come, why? Now, I know people who don't have the H-1B stamping. They have to go for H-1B stamping. Now, I understand them, but why does she needs to?
True.
Well, yeah, we'll go to the next comment.
All right. That created a very vivid image in my head, Andy. Sorry.
That's how I imagine when people doing those stuff.
All right. Caller with number ending in 0087, 0087. We're ready for you now. Hello?
Hey, good afternoon, Nithya and Rahul Garu. Can you hear me?
Good afternoon, sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you for calling us, sir. Please go ahead.
Yeah, sure. First of all, thank you so much for your service, sir. You know, I've been watching this program for a very long time. I'm very happy to talk to you directly today.
Sure, thank you.
So my question is on the automatic revalidation, Andy. So a few months ago, we entered USA on advance payroll, and last month it got expired, and the new one is in progress. And in the month of December 2023, we are planning to travel to Mexico via round-trip cruise. So my question is, can I use automatic revalidation to come back on H-1B? Because I'm working with the same employer, and the same employer filed my GC, everything with the same thing.
So you have the H-1B approval with the H-1B approval with the I-94.
I have the H-1B approval. That is correct, sir. But after the H-1B, since I traveled via AP.
No, sorry. You told me you went to advance parole. You came back on advance parole. Advance parole is expiring, and that's the reason why you want to. But you have the H-1B with the I-94. When is the I-94? When is the H-1B I-94 expiring? Or H-1B expiring? 797.
2026 March, sir.
Sounds good. Where are you going to in the cruise?
Cozumel, Mexico.
Absolutely not a problem. And you're still working for the same company?
Yeah, that is correct, sir. Working for the same company.
Absolutely not a problem. You can travel. You can use advanced parole. Or you can use the, not advanced parole, sorry. You can use the automatic revalidation, not a problem.
Okay, awesome.
Okay.
Thank you so much. So that was the only question I had today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling.
Now, this guy is not putting his head in the lion's mouth, which is very good.
That's a smart thing
Okay.
to do. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. All right. Thank you. Let's take our next caller. Okay. Caller with number ending in 1525. 1525. We're ready for you now. Hello?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Hello, sir. Thank you for calling. We can hear you, sir. Please go ahead.
Okay. Thank you. Hello, and hello, Rahul Garu. I have a quick couple of questions. I recently received my green card. I would like to know on a single calendar year how many days I can stay in India by doing job here, work from home. For the tax matter, should I do 181 plus days here in US?
I'm not good in tax matters. Let me explain you with regards to the immigration, though, okay? One thing is that on a single travel, I don't want you to travel for more than 180 days. You got that clear?
Okay. Sure.
So
yeah,
if you travel to India, let's say on June 1st, though, you better come back by December 15th, okay? That's one thing that you do it. Now, the other thing that there are a couple of things, so because we want to target the citizenship also, we don't want to lose that, is that right? In the span of 5 years, though, you must be in United States on an aggregate more than 2.5 years to be qualified. Let's say, for example, you go on June 1st, you come back on December 15th. On December 21st, you go back again. And then on May, let's say 10th, you come back again. And then like that, every time you come back, you only stay 2 weeks here in the United States. Okay? Will that create any problem when you go for the citizenship? Then it creates a problem in the citizenship. Even though every time you have come only for less than, you came only for less than 180 days, it still is going to create a problem for you in the long run. Okay? So every time you go, try to keep it under 180 days. From the time of the green card to the time you apply for citizenship, you must be physically present in the United States. Your butt must be physically present in the United States at 2.5 years. It doesn't have to be a straight 2.5 years. On an aggregate, it has to be more than 2.5 years. Then you can apply for citizenship without any problem.
Understood.
Okay.
And this is the same case for the spouse as well, right?
Absolutely the same case with the spouse also. Whether she is working, whether she is not working is irrelevant.
Okay. Understood, sir. Sir, yeah, just one last question, sir. I got the GC, but my spouse did not get it yet. The case status still says that case is remains pending because our dates were not current.
What is the dates for what is the priority date?
2012 April.
Under which category? EB3. Give me 1 second.
EB3.
2012 April EB3. April, you said, is right?
Yes, April 6th.
It's current in November.
Yeah, it's current in November. I got it just 1 week ago, but my spouse file was not reviewed.
Well, yeah. When did you file the 485 application?
2022 October.
Okay. Yeah, they may grant it soon. If they don't grant it in about 5 or 6 months, I would recommend that you take them to the court, though. Right now, the priority date is current. So I normally don't recommend people filing an I-130 and 485. For her, if the priority date goes back, then I want you to file it. Just try to contact the congressman to see if that works out. And if it doesn't work out by about May or June of 2024, then you can sue the USCIS for it. Okay?
Okay. Sir. In the meanwhile, she can travel on AP, right? Yeah.
Advance parole, absolutely not a problem. So make sure that she travels on advance parole. Okay. She should keep it under 4 months.
Under 4 months, yeah. Okay, got it. Sure.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Rahul, I'd like to take a couple of questions before we go to our next caller, Andy. First one is from Nature Lover. Says, my son is on H4 and is planning to go for integrated masters. Started his bachelor's degree this year. Is there any process difference between F1 for just bachelor and F1 for integrated masters?
Oh, this gentleman always have very tough and interesting questions. As far as the process for the F1 is concerned, though, there is absolutely no difference between the integrated master's degree and the bachelor's degree or just master's. The process is the same. He has to apply for the F1 before he is 21, then he is fine. However, though, I may not recommend the integrated master's degree for him. As the reason, Nitya Garu, is that if he does the integrated degree, bachelor's and master's degree, he gets only 1 year OPT. Assuming that he is in a STEM degree, though, he gets 1 year OPT and 2 years of STEM degree.
Okay.
STEM extension. Okay. Now, if he does the bachelor's degree, he gets a OPT for 1 year. And if he is in a STEM degree, he gets 2 years of STEM extension. Then if he does the master's degree, then he gets 1 year of OPT after master's degree.
Okay.
And he gets 1 year after the master's degree. And he gets 2 years of STEM extension afterwards, though.
Okay. But if it's an integrated masters, then how does it work, sir?
Only one OPT and one STEM extension.
Okay, got it. Makes sense.
That's the reason I'm not encouraging him to do much of the. That's the reason I'm not integrated, because he loses the opportunity of 1 year of OPT and STEM extension.
Makes sense.
And 2 years of STEM extension.
Got it. All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. All right. Question from Pranjal says, if we lose a project on H1B and if we apply for a B2 visa, do we need to wait until the B2 visa is granted, i.e. COS? How does it work? Sorry.
Yeah. So do you need to wait until the B2 is approved to move back to H1B? Absolutely not required. So if you file a B2 application, you get a job while your B2 is pending, though. You can file a premium processing of the H1B. They will approve the H1B with the I94 and you can start working on that H1B.
Got it. Thank you, sir. All right.
Let's go to the live calls.
Yes, live callers. Yes, back to the live callers. Let's take our callers on it. Next caller, please. Okay. Caller with number ending in 3574. 3574. We're ready for you now. Hello?
Yeah. Hi, sir.
Hi, sir.
Hi, Rahul. Hi, Nitya.
Hello, sir.
Hi, sir.
Thank you, sir. I mean, I have one quick question. So I'm working for a company, sir. So they filed, I hold H1B with them, and they also filed both I-485 in EB2 and EB3 category. And next month they are going to file my GCEAD extension. So meanwhile, I got an offer with company B, sir. So can I transfer my H1B and join the company B during GCEAD extension pending status, sir?
Absolutely not a problem. Absolutely not a problem. It's been more than 6 months you filed the 485. If you want to join the next company, you can. Do you need the H1B? That's a question mark. It's up to you whether you need a H1B or not. It's up to the question mark for them. But absolutely not a problem. Will it create any problem for your EAD extension? Absolutely not.
I mean, if they filed and then if I change the company, they cannot come back and they cannot cancel, or they can, company can do
absolutely.
Anything, right?
No, the company cannot do anything, sir. Okay?
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling.
Bye.
All right. Let's take our next caller. Let's take our next caller. Okay. Caller with number ending in 8296. 8296. We're ready for you now. Hello? Caller with number ending in 8296. We're ready for you. Hello? Please press *6 to unmute your line, Andy. *6 to unmute your line. Okay. Rahul, got just a quick question in the meantime for you. Says, this is from Abhi. Says, I had L1B visa and completed 5 years and now in Canada. If I have to come back to USA, can I come only on H1B after lottery, or am I eligible for non-blanket?
He's an L1B. If he completes
L1B, yes.
Yeah, if he completes 1 year outside the country,
Yes.
assuming that that the company that he is coming back is the same company that he's working in Canada. Let's say, for example, if it's Infosys company in Canada and he's coming back on Infosys, he can come back on L1B again, though. L1B is for 5 years, but if you go outside the country, you stay outside the country for 1 year, then you get to reload the entire thing. You get the entire 5 years again.
Okay. But if he has applied for an H1B, then he cannot be non-exempt, right? Like cap.
If he applied, did he get the approval or did he just apply?
No, he just said, if I have to come back to USA, can I come only on H1B after a lottery? Am I not eligible for a blanket?
He's eligible for L1B blanket.
H1B. Sorry.
He's eligible for H1B, but he has to go through the lottery.
Okay.
With L1B, he doesn't have any lottery.
He doesn't have any lottery. Okay, got it. Thank you, sir. Okay, let's take our next caller. All right, let's try caller with number ending in 4212. 4212, we're ready for you now. Hello?
Yes.
Hi, ma'am. Thank you for calling.
Yeah, hi.
Go ahead, ma'am, please.
Yeah. One second. Yeah, the thing is, like, the question is in regards, like, I am on H1B. So I've been working in a company in India as development lead. So I worked there probably for 10 to 11 years. Then I moved to USA in 2016 in the same company. Like, it's an intra-company transfer. But right now my position is like a product owner. To be more specific, not in the lead though, I don't know. So it's like a product owner. So then I got picked in H1B, and I am on H1B from 2018. And I've been like I have my I-140 also done now.
Of course.
My question is, I am in a EB2. I'm in EB2 the thing now. But the thing is, like I worked in the same company and I moved to, I got transferred in the same company. Is there any specification in EB1 where I can change my
EB2 to EB1? How many people were you supervising when you were working in India?
5, roughly 5 or so, yeah.
How many people you're doing it here in United States?
10 plus.
You can make an attempt for EB1C. You are eligible for EB1C, ma'am.
Okay. So like, yeah, so I was just like trying to know, like, yeah, like more specific, things about like a functional manager, not like
functional manager. Just because you're a product owner, are you the only person in charge of that particular product? And if so, what is the revenue that it generates? Well, and also how much is the revenue that it generates? Functional manager is a very tough title to get these things approved, though. Okay, they're very tough to get the approvals.
Okay.
So, but since you're supervising 10 people, I'm going to go with a manager that's going to be much better for you. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Then.
So that's
Thank you.
Like, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Then.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for calling. All right. Let's take our next caller. Okay, caller with number ending in 1099. 1099. We're ready for you. Hello?
Yeah, I'm ready. So
hi, sir.
very
Thank you
good
for
evening.
calling. Please go ahead, sir.
Yeah, very good evening, Nitya ma'am. Very good evening to Rahul sir. So I have a question here. Like last week, I've been like in the US from around now 8 years, and my priority date is December 2015. But unfortunately, yeah, last week I got a speeding citation ticket. It was over like 16 miles over the limit. That is, I was riding at 36 where the posted speed limit was 20. So this isn't happened in Texas. So I got like a citation and they asked me to appear in court. So will this be an issue or inform my GC on, and also like my stamping is coming up sometime in the next 3 to 4 months. So I just want, I'm a little bit worried about that.
Absolutely zero, zip. No chance for you to get into trouble for green card. No chance for you to get into trouble for the stamping. No chance for you to get into trouble anywhere whatsoever at all. Of course, you may have to pay some money. I don't know, maybe 200, 500. I don't know what your particular county has it. Absolutely no trouble for the green card or stamping. Do you need to report this when you go for the stamping? No. Do you need to report this when you go for the green card? No. Do you need to report this when you go for the citizenship? No. You're good.
Okay. Because my concern was like this goes into the record and later sometime.
No, sir. I said no, sir. I said no. Okay. Should I say any other way that I want? Should I say that you are in trouble? You consult me. Come to me. Give me $400 consultation fees. And then I'll give you a payment plan for my $10,000. You are in trouble. Are you happy now?
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. Hey, don't follow my second advice. Okay, go with my first advice.
Okay, yeah.
I was just
making... then Rahul Garu, I get 50% of the proceeds.
Right. Okay, I was just joking. Okay. Okay then.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling. Okay. All right. Rahul Garu, I'm just going to take a few questions from our live chat.
Sure.
As well. So, okay, this is a weird one. This is from Ram. Says, am I allowed to pay the L1B visa fees at the local currencies of pesos using a Visa MasterCard at the US consulate in Mexico, or only USD cash allowed for payment?
Anything is fine. I don't know how the process there is. If you're paying somebody to just block an appointment or something, that's fine. I'm fine with either. If they say to pay in pesos, pay in pesos. If they tell you to pay in US dollar, pay in US dollars.
All right. Okay. Okay. This is from Tarak Ram Sai. Says, currently I'm on an F1 visa. Will I have any immigration issues if I change more than 2 colleges?
No. But the answer is no. But I would advise people, though, don't try to go to day 1 CPT universities, though. And don't try to change university don't try to change. If you're changing the university, my advice is if you're going to a better university in the way of education purposes, opportunity purposes, though, go for it. But if you're going from a very good university, let's say University of Texas at Dallas, and you're now going to some mediocre university somewhere in Kingsville, Texas, or something like that, don't do that. I don't advise people doing it. There are a lot of hiccups that will happen at a later date. But if you're going from, let's say, for example, some Kingsville University in Texas, and now you're moving to University of Texas Austin, which is a better university, though, absolutely, that's fine.
Okay.
Or like Emory University in your Atlanta.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Okay. So a quick question on related to, this gentleman who called about, having a traffic citation and stuff. Does non-payment of a fine or, non-payment of, say, credit card dues or something like that, hinder our, chances of a green card?
Those are considered to be civil cases, though.
Okay.
So when it comes to the traffic ticket, though, it does constitute as a crime, but it is constituted as a Class C misdemeanor. That means the least of the crimes, though. So for Class C misdemeanors that has traffic tickets of especially that kind of nature, what he's speaking about, speeding more than 15 miles per hour, they don't need to be reported, though. They don't need to be reported at all. In fact, the I-485 page 16 of instructions is very clear. You don't need to report it. Same thing with the citizenship application. It says that you don't need to report this, and it doesn't need to report it. And people create problems when they report it, especially on the DS-160 form. When they put it on the I-485 or N-400 forms, they create problems for themselves when it goes to the traffic ticket. Now, it's quite different if it's a DUI.
Right.
And they say, my case is dismissed. No, you need to report it. If you have been arrested, you have been cited, you have been charged for the crime, even if the case has been dismissed, you need to report that in the DS-160. You need to report that in the 485 application. You need to report that in the N-400. And you need to have a consultation with an immigration lawyer. What are the consequences? Now, for the traffic tickets, I'm telling you, you don't have to worry. Traffic tickets means only speeding tickets, okay? Speeding tickets.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And what about like people who have, defaulted on their payments, say credit card payments, mortgage payments?
Those are civil matters. Those are civil matters.
And so
they do not come into they do not come into. We both went into restaurant, me and you, Nitya Garu. I paid the bill, you didn't pay the bill. What are you going to do about it? What am I going to do about it? So these are all civil matters. Okay?
Right.
I mean, these are all civil matters. So not I owe you, you owe me $50, I owe you. These are all civil matters, not criminal matters. Yes, if I steal your money from your wallet, then that's a criminal matter. But if I let you pay and I don't pay you back for the restaurant, that's civil matter.
Okay. Good to know, sir. All right. One other question, sir. This is from Kumar. Says, I've been without a job since 1 month and my employer has not run payroll for October. I have my visa that's valid till 2024. Is there any risk with my visa? I'm planning to go to India in December and come back in January.
If you don't have a job, you cannot come back into United States. Because for you, your entry into United States is only for one purpose, for you to work in United States. If you don't have the work, you cannot work. Now, since it's been 30 days, now you have a 60-day grace period for you. So if you don't have a job, I would recommend that you move on to B2 visa if you want to stay in this country.
Okay. Got it. Thank you, sir. Question from Padmaja Konduri. She says, my daughter had a green card as a child, but had to move to India with us. She's back in the US on a student visa. And now she got her H1 also, and her employer is recommending her to apply for a GC. Is it possible to revive her old GC?
She had a GC before. Is that what you said?
That's what she said. Yeah, as a child.
No, you cannot revise that GC to get. She has to go through the process again. Though.
Oh my.
Yeah. Once you let the GC grow, then you have to do the entire process again. Now, if she's eligible through relationship, how did she got the green card before? Does the same relationship exist? You can consult, but let's say, for example, you have a green card when you are a child. Let's say you're 10 years old. You went to India, and after 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, you let the green card expire. Because within 1 year, you're supposed to come back. Otherwise, your green card goes null and void.
Yeah.
And then now you come back an F1 visa. No, you cannot revise the green card. You cannot revise the green card.
Okay.
I tell a lot of people who let green card go, please don't let green card go. They won't listen to me.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if that was even possible, but I guess anything is possible. All right. Rahul Garu, also a couple of quick questions coming up on this H-1B visa stamping in the US. Is it happening? Is it going to happen?
It's going to happen for sure. It's going to happen for sure. Now, the only matter is that they have said in a clear direction has been set that they want to do it. They will do it. The matter is when. Will it happen before January 1st of 2024 or will it happen by March of 2024? That's the main question. I'm thinking somewhere between January of 2024 to March of 2024 is where they are going to have this pilot program. And I'm particularly sure this program is going to continue for a long period of time.
Got it. Yeah, I hope so too, sir, because I think this will take out a lot of this back and forth and the travel and the not being sure and, the The jitters associated with it. Okay. On that note, let's just take our next caller. Okay, caller with number ending in 8296. 8296, we're ready for you now. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me, ma'am?
Hello, sir. Thank you for calling. Yes, we can hear you, sir. Please go ahead.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, thank you, Rahul Garu and Nitya. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Rahul Garu, my question is, see, I'm currently on 485 and my priority date is March 2013, EB2. So actually my son is also on EAD since he got a EAD last year, May. Okay, now since 3 years studying in Georgia, so next year, fall 2024, is going to college actually, and he's applying for the colleges. So now they are considering, even Georgia, they are considering he's an international student like that. No. Because they, because since 3 years he is studying in Georgia and he is on EAD, and so that's why in the clauses it was showing that it has shown that it should be a citizen or a permanent resident holder. So they will be in a local in-state.
I know what you're speaking about.
Category.
Yeah. You may want to consider having a consultation with Emily Newman. She has dealt with these universities. She speaks on the conferences with the designated student officials and different places, though. You may want to contact Emily Newman for it, though. I don't deal with, but technically speaking about, though, he should be considered to be an in-state tuition person, though, because he's been staying in United States before joining the university. His parents have a lease agreement, income tax returns, bank statements, electricity bill, a lot of other things showing that all of you guys are staying in Georgia, though. He should not be subjected to the out-of-state tuition fees. So, but that need to be explained to them and then given. I had this issue when I was joined here in Texas, though, where they said you are not, I was on adjustment of status EAD. They said, no, you're not a local student, you don't have it. I explained to them very clearly. These are the reasons why. I was a lawyer by the time. I explained to them all those things and they agreed to me, and then they put me in as an in-state instead of out-of-state. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because right, because in-state and out-of-state, it will be.
I know that's double the fees. Double the fees. Yeah, double the fees.
Yeah, it's I know the double, 3 times.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let me connect with her.
Emily is the right person.
Thank you very much.
Not me. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. All right. Yeah.
All right. So, Rahul Garu, one question. This is from Chaitanya Kurumella. I think we kind of answered this. So he says that he's an international student from India, currently on an F1 visa. Can I start an LLC here in the US so that
he can own the business? He can have somebody can own the LLC. He can be a part of the ownership. But can he start his own as a director, as a CEO of the company? The answer is no.
Got it. Got it. Thank you, sir. All right. Another question. This is from Sai. Says, I got my I94 extension up to passport expiration, which is in March 2024. I got my H4 extension after returning from India up to 2025 August. What is my I94 status? I have to update my passport.
Wait. Repeat again. When is the I94 expiring, you said?
So he said he got his I94 extension up to the passport expiration, which is March of 2024. And then after that, he got the H4 extension after returning from India, which says it's up to 2025 August.
He got the H4 extension until 2025 August.
Yes.
After coming into this country. So that means that he is extended until March of 2025.
Oh, March of 2025 or 2024, sir?
When he entered into United States, he got the I-94 until March of 2024.
Yes.
After he entered into United States, he extended the H4 until March of 2025.
Yes, August of 2025.
August of 2025, sorry. So now he is allowed to stay until August of 2025 based on the I-94. And he can check, just in case if he has any doubt, the online I-94 number should be the same I-94 number that will be there on the I-797A approval of the H-1B. The number will be the same. And if that's the case, and it says August of 2025, so he's perfectly right, okay to stay until August of 2025 here.
Got it. Okay. Rahul, got another question, Andy. This is from Explorer Dreamer. It says he's got a 5-year advance parole. Asking, can I stay outside the US for 4.5 years and return back after 4.5 years?
No. You applied, you said to the United States government that I want permanent resident in the United States. I intend to stay here permanently. And if you go for 4.5 years, you're showing that you don't want to stay in this country.
You don't want to stay here.
Yeah.
Clearly. Okay. Okay. Question from Roy says, my H-1B visa stamping expired in Feb of 2021. 797 is approved. And 797 is valid and expires in 1.5 years from now. Can I get a Dropbox in Australia or do I have to travel to India?
Since you never got the stamping in Australia, you're not eligible for Dropbox in Australia.
Okay.
Yeah, to be eligible for Dropbox, you must have got the stamping in that particular country, and there are other limitations also for it.
Got it. Okay. All right. Question from Vidya Andy. Can H4 EAD start his or her own business?
They can do whatever they want to. Absolutely not a problem.
Got it. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, Andy. All right. That is all the callers and the questions we have for today. Rahul Garu, thank you so much, Andy, for being on the show as always and for helping all our callers and our viewers with as many issues as possible. We really appreciate what you're doing for us and the community, Andy. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Nitika. Thank you.
And to all our viewers, please note, we'll be back at the same time, same place next week. Come back with your questions. Please call us. We keep posting our number there. It's 1-833-882-8872. Please give us a call so you can fill in any details you may have missed while posting your questions on the live chat, and we'll be happy to address them as well. But from all of TVASIA Telugu here, have a wonderful week. We'll see you same place, same time next week. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.